Today I'm going to be making a gumdrop tree. These are a lot of fun to make. All you need are some spice drops. We bought these at the Dollar General store. I believe they were $1 a piece. You need some toothpicks and you need one of these foam trees. Now, typically you see these foam trees in white. I know that they had them at Michael's and they were bigger. And well, they had small ones, they had big ones, they had all different sizes. But they were almost $5 a piece for a large white one. So I thought, you know what, I'm not gonna buy this at Michael's. I'll go to Walmart and I'll see if Walmart has any, you know, try to save some money. So I went to Walmart and they did not have any white ones. They could have just been sold out, so maybe they do normally sell them. But they have in their crafting department, they also have like a floral section. That's where this was. It says it's for sturdy silk and natural flowers. But this was like $3 something. So the price at Michael's wasn't that bad because it was a white tree, but it was larger. So I didn't know, but I actually think this ended up being a good thing because it's green. And so if you get a white tree, it's okay if the white shows through, but I do think it's neat that if you see anything through this, it's gonna be green. So you take your spice drops, and I'm just gonna open one bag at a time. And you're gonna have to, you take your toothpicks and you have to break these in half. So, just gonna grab a handful and you wanna just simply break it in half, just like this. And you can do this before you start or you can do it as you go along. I'm just gonna break up a couple for you all and show you. So then you want to take one of your spice drops and you stick the dull end into the spice drop so that the pointy end is out. And you stick it about halfway, and then I want to start at the bottom of my tree so that I'll know my spacing through here, and I'm going to stick it right in there. And I'm going to keep doing this for all my colors. Now, they do make, I noticed while we were at the Dollar General, they make some of these spice drops that is a Christmas theme, so they are all red, green, and white. But I like colored lights on my tree, so it will probably come as no surprise to anybody that I chose the colorful spice drops. I like a lot of color in my Christmas tree. My Christmas tree is kind of wild. But you could do the green and red and white if you wanted. You could have it at solid colors. You could have a solid red tree if you wanted to. But at the end of the year, you're gonna just take these out. They're really easy. They pull right out and you throw them in the garbage. And then the next year you can either make another gumdrop tree, or you could use this for something else. So, you know, it's not like you've thrown away the money. You can still use it. So you see what I'm doing. I'm just, mixing up the colors here. And I'm doing red, orange, white, yellow, green, and purple. And so I'm gonna keep doing this row, and then when I get to the end of this, then you go to the one right on top of it, and you want to, I'll show you one. Once I finish with this bottom row, I'll show you when I start the next row. So I finished my first row, and now to go on to your next row, you wanna stagger it, so in between, that's where you want to put your next gumdrop is in between these. So I'm using the same colors, the same order that I was doing them in before. And now when I finish this row, then I'll stagger them in the next row. I want to pause here to tell you that you can see I gave up the pattern. Once I got past like the first 2 rows, then I started it's easier to just stick them in there willy-nilly. We did go back to the Dollar General and we bought 2 more bags. So this tree is it'll probably only use 3 bags truly, but I would go ahead and buy 4 bags because what we've noticed is they don't give you a lot of orange ones for some reason. At some points down here at the bottom, I borrowed an orange one and stuck a different color in there just so that I could have some orange ones up in here. Because that was before we went to the store. I didn't know that we were going to actually run out completely and have to go back to the store. So just know that the 2 bags that I showed you in the beginning is not going to be enough unless they're bigger bags. These bags are only 10 ounces, and so it truly was not enough. But I am so glad that I ended up finding this green tree in the floral department because you can see the green through it, and I just think it adds to make it look like a Christmas tree, make it more festive. But I was asking Kevin. Kevin is over here. He's sticking the toothpicks in for me so that I can go quicker to put these in the tree. And I asked him, I said, don't you think that the kids could do this? Don't you think Gavin and Amelia could do this? And he said, yes. He said, but there's going to be a lot of gaps. And I told him, I said, you know what though? That's perfectly okay. It doesn't matter. If you use one of the white cones, it just looks like snow underneath. And then if you use this green, it really does blend in a lot. I see where I left a big space right here. But it's not going to be perfect, and it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a craft. I think this is a great craft that kids can do when they're home from school, when class lets out for the winter break, for the Christmas break. This is something perfect that they can do. Kevin ran out of broken toothpicks. So here's the bowl that he's using, and that is 4 bowls. 4 bags, and you see all of the orange ones are gone again.
Yeah, pretty much.
We've used all the orange ones. So
there's lots of greens, yellow, and whites.
Right. So if I get towards the top, I will probably, like there's one here side by side, I'll probably move this around and put it closer to the top. And if I see another one that's like that, I'll do that again. But this is really cool when it is, you could have it sitting on your kitchen counter, or you could have it in the living room. You could have it anywhere, but I think this is a great project that they can do. I have made Christmas trees out of Reader's Digest magazines. So if you are interested in that, that's something that kids can do. We also have a video on YouTube where we made, Kevin shows you how to make boxes using Christmas cards.
That was an old one.
Yes, it is a very old video, and if you watch it, you're going to die when you see Kevin. Because Kevin's hair, he has gotten some gray in his hair now, which I love. But he looks a lot different than he did then. So you'll be surprised if you watch that video. You'll have to let me know. But it's using Christmas cards to make little boxes. And
my parents never did that. That was something your parents did.
Right.
Yeah, my parents never did crafty stuff for Christmas.
I have my boxes. I'll show you what they look like so that you can see at the end of this video. Oh, you found an orange one. Good. I can show you at the end of this video so you can see if it's something that you're interested in. Let's see. We have a lot of reds right there. Ah, good. A purple. it's very, very cute. I love that. And you see there are some spaces in here, like if I wanted to put one there, I could, or here. I'll probably hand it over to Kevin and let him check it out real quick, and I'll show you those boxes. So these are the boxes that I was talking about that we made. We've had these for years. Ever since we did that video, we haven't made any more because you can keep them. And I bring them out with my Christmas decorations year after year. So I have a little sleigh here, and you could put them in anything that you wanted to. You could also, like if you had a little Christmas tree, you could put them under the Christmas tree to make it look like they were presents. But I have this little reindeer here, and I just set it at the front of the sleigh, and I have my packages in there. So like I said, if you're interested in that video, I'll put a link in the description below so that you can just click on it from there in case you want to watch it. So this is a plate that Ashley painted for us. It has a snowman on it, and it looked better, but you're not supposed to actually eat off of it. I didn't know that, and I would put like little appetizers and stuff like that on there for Christmas, but she painted it in December 2006, and so now I just try to keep that in mind, and I remember that, and just don't put anything on there that is where you're gonna have to get it wet. So, but that, I know I covered up the picture, kind of defeated the purpose, didn't it? But that is where I'm going to keep my little gumdrop tree. I love it. I think it's adorable.